In the first half of the season, Baylor came into the year with expectations, and so far it has been pretty good. 5-1, number 6 in the country, and our freshman quarterback Tyrone Dell has been as advertised. He has been spectacular. Our only blemish, a loss on the road at number 1 LSU, and today we take on West Virginia, who is 14th in the nation. They've consistently been one of our toughest opponents year after year. Is on third down, they're going to throw it outside. That's going to be incomplete, and Baylor forces the 3-and-out where Tyree Dobbins of the offense can come out on the field. Tyrone Dell, a successful first 6 games, but can he keep it up? And his first throw of the game's intercepted. He went to Dobbins on the screen, it got jumped, and Baylor turns it over and leaves Khalil Wilkins with an opportunity. He finds Ben Cook for the first down, and now inside the 10-yard line, there's a flag, and there's a touchdown. This one's gonna hold up, though. Robbie Kane jumped. They got the free play, and they got the touchdown, so now Baylor already down 7-0, as is going to be Dell having to rebound after that early interception. He finds Tank Cherry for a first, now rolling out left. He's got room. He can run it if he wants to. He's going to stop and throw it, and there's J.D. Gibbs with the first down, as Baylor now third down. He's hit as he's throwing. Offense out there on fourth down, and there's a flag. Baylor gets their own offsides drawn, and it's going to set them up in field goal range. That extra 5 yards helped them out a bunch. They could have went for it on 4th and 3, but they're going to take the field goal. So that offsides really did benefit Baylor, and now it's 7-3 as the running back. It's going to be Andres Ruiz with the first down, as Ruiz outside. Another first down carry tracked down by Quintana as they hand it back to Ruiz. He breaks Quintana's tackle, make it 2, and it's going to be another chunk run, 3 straight for Ruiz, as Wilkins is going to get hit as he's throwing. On third down, Baylor's going to force the punt so they get out of there despite the 3 great runs. And now Josh Beckett on the outside is going to set up 3rd and 2, where they're going to go outside and try to cut it back in. Augustine just had nowhere to go. Baylor's going to have to punt this football. West Virginia back on the return as he finds a lane, gets to the outside, and he's on the run with just 1 man to beat. It's the punter, and the punter tracks him down and saves a touchdown. Baylor's defense now having to play some damage control, as on the outside it's going to be caught. Sets up 3rd down and 2, where the run inside's going to get blown up, and Baylor forces the field goal. They save themselves big time, as their defense is really good at that, trying to hold teams in scoring position, making them take field goals, and even turning them over, as Tyrone Dell finds Tyree Dobbins for the first down. Now a screen outside. Dobbins, this one not intercepted, not jumped, as Dobbins with a move, spin move to the inside, and he's going to get a great catch and run. Dobbins just a do-it-all weapon as they go deep outside. That's going to be Sean Wade, the freshman. Touchdown Baylor, 10-10, as our deep threat freshman receiver takes the top off, and he is such a great addition for this school. Wilkins delivers a first down. Now they go RPO, quick slant, that's going to be caught, and he's got room to run. He gets by the defender. Shane Clinton misses. Deontay Talib goes 50 yards, and Shane Clinton, you got to learn how to pursue a little bit better than that. Down 17-10, now 4 to go in the second quarter. First down, now play action. Dell looking, throwing it deep. He's got one-on-one on the left side, and he beat him. Tyree Dobbins could have had a touchdown. He slid down to just secure the catch. Now Baylor needs to finish this drive, as they have Dell hurdling his way inside the 5. Rollout pass, 3rd down, they blow it up. Now going back right, he has to throw it away. And 4th down, it's going to be going for it as Baylor spreading the field, throwing it back corner, incomplete. And West Virginia was all over it. And that big Tyree Dobbins play is going to result in nothing. Now an encroachment once again on Baylor is going to give West Virginia the first down. 1:22 to play. That ball's thrown over the head of the receiver and right into the arms of Quintana, and Baylor takes it right back. That's a huge break. First down, run on 3rd down, converted with little time to play. Taking one shot to the end zone, incomplete. And Baylor's just going to settle for the field goal. They played it very safe there. And they're going to just take a 13-17 deficit into half, where they get the football as Dell's running, rolling, throwing on the run. He got time, and he got a receiver, and Tyrone Dell delivers a fumble out of bounds. But you see the talent Dell has, his play extension, throwing it from different arm angles, as Josh Beckett with a big run, as he's going to get it inside the 35-yard line. 1st and 10. Dell is stepping up. He's going to take off and just get a couple of yards, but he fumbles the football. He just tried to avoid the sack, get what he could, and it's going to result in a turnover. Flag is down after a big West Virginia completion. Ciante is pointing at West Virginia, and he is correct. That is an eligible man downfield, and it's going to back them up. Now setting up 3rd down and 11. Wilkins with a clean pocket. Outside, it's going to be caught, and he's going to run ahead for the first down. Just gave him too much cushion. As now Ruiz on the outside, make it second down and long, and shooting the gap is Shoemaker. He brings down the running back, and it's third down and 16. Outside, you're not going to get the catch and run first down this time. Baylor forces the punt, and it's Tyrone Dell. Football, he's got a man, Dave, open, and he just missed him. He can't hit every deep ball, but you got to hit that one. As Dell rolling, throwing, he's going to make up for it with a great throw here. Tyree Dobbins leaping over a defender and getting out of bounds for an extra 5 yards. As Dobbins with a big play, he's over 100. As there's Augustine with the first down run. The run game's not been all that great so far for Baylor, but throwing underneath. There's Sean Wade getting him a little bit more playing time. He's been really coming on strong in recent weeks. As second down and goal is going to result in a throw. Beckett at the 1 yard line, third and goal. They try to go with the power package. Dell can't do it. Now fourth down, Wildcat, flip it to Dobbins, and Dobbins fighting. He's in for the touchdown. And they went with a different look. They had Gibbs playing Wildcat quarterback, flipped it to Dobbins, and he had the effort to get in. And now Baylor with the lead with the play action. Now is Wilkins. He's looking to throw on 3rd and 2, but just sails it out of bounds. Didn't like what he's seen. They're going to punt it. Baylor with the speed option. Dangerous. That ball is caught by Beckett in the end zone, but he's going to get them into a safer area. Second down and 3. Screen set up. There's Cherry. We like to get him on, 1 or 2 design touches a game. Now we're in the fourth quarter as they're going to throw middle. That's intercepted, and Dell throws a bad interception, a big mistake. And West Virginia set up to at least tie the game, but they could take the lead here, and they're going to try to test it. It's incomplete, and it's going to be a field goal. Baylor could have had a pick, but they settle for the field goal, and 20-20 is the score as another screen set up. This one is going to be the pass that was intercepted earlier. They get it to work this time around for Dobbins as Augustine for the first down. We're seeing him get more carries as it's been a 50-50 split at some points in this game as there's Beckett on the reception. Third down and 2, triple option. They go out to Beckett, but there's a flag down. He gets the first, and this one's going to be coming back, and Baylor, that's a crucial mistake. Back them up. Third down and 12 now. Dell throwing. He's going to fire one in coverage. Incomplete. Tipped around, almost picked. And now Baylor has to punt it where Ruiz is getting a first down carry. West Virginia has all the control with Ruiz getting another big chunk carry. It's been either just stopped, blown up in the backfield, or a 10-yard run. No in-betweens as Baylor gets the interception this time. They dropped one last possession, but Intersagen has it this time. And Baylor's defense comes up with another clutch turnover as they throw to Tank Cherry on the first play of the drive, who fights ahead, gets 9 yards, second down and 1, throw it backwards. That's going to be counted as a run for Beckett inside the 25-yard line. 4 minutes to play. They go with Augustine. He's going to cut it inside. First down. And at the 11 now, Baylor throwing outside for Tank Cherry. Incomplete. Almost had him. Now third down and 10. One more time. Put it up high. Tank Cherry. Touchdown. And Baylor's got the lead. 27-20. And things are looking good now if the defense can hold them. There's just 3 minutes to play as Wilkins hands it off to Ruiz, who gets blown up. It's fourth down and 1. They punt the football away, give it to Baylor, and they got Alejandro Easy on the RPO, and Easy is gone! Just like that, one play, Baylor takes a 2-score lead with under 2 to go, and all of a sudden, West Virginia, they made the mistake of punting on 4th and 1 and giving Baylor's offense a chance to create a dynamic and explosive play, and that's going to be what ultimately cost them this game as they're on 4th down by 2 scores. That's going to be incomplete. Baylor just one first down away from officially ending it, and a throw outside to Gibbs is going to do just that. Baylor seals the deal with a 14-point fourth quarter, and they escape with a victory over a top 15 opponent. This game certainly could have went the other way, though. The turnovers were a little rough. Dell had a couple of them, threw some picks, fumbled the football away, but the receivers were just doing their thing, everyone getting involved, Easy with a big play. Gibbs had a couple of catches, Dobbins and Cherry for over 100 yards. And as we go ahead, look at that, our second 5-star player of the series. How about Gideon Cobbs, an athletic and dynamic coverage safety from the state of Texas, so staying in state. And honestly, this is a guy who might be moving to free safety with the way we play defense, as he could just be a center field absolute monster, 6 feet tall, 216. This is a superstar potential level player for this defense, and the secondary could be good for many years to come if we keep reloading like this. We're going to be losing Idrisagin, and we're going to be losing basically our whole secondary after this year because we're losing everybody. Everyone kind of came in at the same time, which is why they're so good right now. They're just peaking all together because they've had so much playing time, so much experience, and they've been together. They've had the continuity. So we need to reload, we need to re-up, and we're trying to do that. Gideon Cobbs could be better than Shane Clinton and George Casillas ever were for us, and that's no disrespect to those guys, but that's just how good Gideon Cobbs looks like he could potentially be for us. So a 5-star player, a 5-star gem, really huge for us, so we're going to be super excited to get into him next season, as I'm not going to be surprised if he's going to be on the field playing a significant amount as a true freshman, especially for our team where we like to use 3 safeties. So moving on to our next game, we are 6-1, and we're taking on a familiar opponent, a team we've had many battles with. There's one team that's really been a thorn in the side of Baylor all these years, and it is SMU. Last season, they handed us a loss in which it really was the turning point of the season. Baylor, after losing to SMU last year, ran the table, beat SMU in the rematch in the Big 12 title game, and then made it all the way to the semifinals of the college football playoffs. Now these two teams meet once again. 5-2 SMU, still a ranked school, still in the national title picture, as they are looking to beat Baylor in the regular season once again. But SMU, with the football first, it's going to be a 3-and-out. Baylor's offense coming onto the field now. SMU, though, they're in a do-or-die situation. They have 2 losses. They can't afford to lose really any other games if they plan on making the playoffs. They made the playoffs last year, but they got knocked out in the first round as SMU gets the stop and both teams go 3-and-out. 2 schools with 2 new quarterbacks this year, but very familiar with one another as there's going to be a handoff. Last year's running back, Emmanuel Pacheco, we're familiar with him, but the quarterback is DeAndre Abraham as he throws outside. That's going to be caught for the first down, as it's a similar receiving core. Richard Corbin, Barry Thorne, both back for another season, as it's a very familiar group on both sides. An eligible man downfield is called. SMU will back things up, 3rd down and 8. Abraham throwing, that's going to be intercepted. It went a little too far out of the receiver's hands, and that's Trey Bender with the pick. Baylor on 3rd down, can't do much with the interception. They get sacked. Dell goes down, and SMU maintains good field position, and the run to Pacheco gets them 10, but not quite the first. Abraham on the speed option, he'll pick up the last couple of inches and more. 2nd down and 10, that's blown up in the backfield. Maeva gets there. 3rd down and 13. Abraham running, he's gonna get around the edge but can't get much further. It sets up a field goal try, and the first points of the game will not be for SMU there as Baylor takes over with the bubble screen. That's gonna be out. Tyree Dobbins running through a man, and Dobbins to the 49-yard line. Now handoff, Beckett inside, he's gonna cut it back left a little bit, get 10. 2nd down and inches as Dell's gonna go over the middle on the angle route. There's Beckett on the reception. Now it's going to be 3rd down and 11. Backing way far up. Throwing one up for Tank Cherry. One-on-one. That was picked off. He tried to give Cherry a one-on-one opportunity. The best tight end in the nation. Probably not what you should have done there. Baylor now at the 45-yard line. Their defense railing as it's going to be caught, and on the run. One play. Baylor pays dearly for that interception, and it's 7-0 SMU. Now another bubble screen set up, this time on the RPO, and it's going to be Alejandro Easy for the 1st down. Sweep it out, and there goes Augustine going wide left, and he's going to get all the way around for the 1st down and a 15-yard gain as Dell is going to step up. He's looking, he's going to run it, and he's going to get the 1st down. Dell trying to do a little bit better with his sack avoidance, trying to step up in the pocket a little bit more. There's a 1st down as he had to drift a little bit further back. 2nd down and 5, floating one out. Tank Cherry, that's a perfect throw, fitting it in the tight window, and there's going to be Beckett getting 10 yards at a 2nd and inches. It's going to be read option, and he made the wrong decision. Shouldn't have kept that one. 3rd and 5, and there's going to be Beckett making up for it, getting us to the goal line, and let Beckett finish it off with a touchdown, and Josh Beckett with another rushing touchdown, and it's going to tie things up Beckett closing in on the record for Baylor rushing touchdowns in a career, as the sack there is going to set them up in a 3rd down and long. Under 2 minutes to play. SMU trying to get as much as they can. Not going to get there. 3rd down and 2, though, for Baylor, and they're immediately going to go 3 and out. Just take it to halftime. SMU kneeled it out with 20 seconds to go, and Baylor with the football to start the second half, as they're going to go with Beckett, who's getting more and more involved in the receiving game. It's been a fast-moving game, but not a high-scoring one, as Beckett's going to get the first down. He's been the go-to guy today, as there's Dell. He's going to go and get sacked. 3rd down and 8, as Dell is going to throw one up the sidelines, and he threw it too late. It's intercepted. A diving pick. If you rewind that one, he had him open. It was not his first read, and it really should have been something he got to a little quicker, because it results in a pick. And now SMU is going to throw one right back to Baylor, and that's going to be Ittersagen with it. And Ittersagen and Bender just doing so much to help this team out, but a sack. These defenses doing a phenomenal job, and like I said at the start, these two teams know each other very well. A false start's going to not help Baylor out much at all. 3rd down and 23, and you're just going to set up a running back screen, just try to get as much yards as you can, play the field position game, and Baylor on the punt. This is going to be blocked, and the blocked punt is going to result in an SMU taking it over at the 25-yard line. And Abraham, end zone, touchdown. A blocked punt playing a huge part in this one. 14-7, 3rd down and 9. There's going to be Sean Wade underneath at the marker. It's going to be 4th and inches. Baylor's going to go for it, though. They're going to swing it outside to Augustine, who's got the 1st down and more. Baylor, if it's 4th and 1 or less, you know they're going for it. As 2nd down, they're going to sweep it out. Beckett, spin move, and Josh Beckett gets a couple of extra yards. And now 3rd down and 5. Dell underneath. That's going to be caught. And there's J.D. Gibbs for the 1st down. Now going to the air. Once again, pump fake. He pumped left, and now Dell's got a lot of room to run. Man coverage, and he's going to go out of bounds at the 15-yard line. Now triple option. And Dell, that ball's going to fly out his arms. It's going to be picked up by SMU. Baylor challenges it, and you can see the ball just kind of flies out his arms, but it's going to stand. That is a fumble. SMU is going to keep it, and now they're back to the air. 3rd down and 5, but they're immediately going to throw an interception. It's Ittersagen with his 2nd of the day, and Logan Ittersagen, the nation's best DB from a year ago, has proven that he can go back-to-back this year. 2nd down and goal, throwing out Beckett, fighting, touchdown, and Baylor ties it up, and this has just been an absolute war between these two teams in the 4th quarter. Both these offenses struggling, both these defenses shining, and another big stop there. 2nd down and 9. Abraham throwing. That's going to be caught on the curl route. And now 2nd down. Abraham looking, testing it deep in double coverage. Intercepted. It's Trey Bender. And both these DBs, Bender and Ittersagen, are keeping Baylor in this one. 3rd down. And the ball's going to be loose. Dell fumbles it. It's kicked around and scooped up. SMU touchdown on defense. Baylor is down, but they're not going to be out of it with a deep shot to Dobbins. He's got it inside the 30-yard line. Baylor trying to get the momentum back on their side, but on 3rd down, that's going to be incomplete, and Baylor's going to settle for the field goal. Not going to go for it here. 21-17 in a defensive game. Baylor's going to trust that defense as Pacheco has the 1st down. There is just under 3 minutes to play as Abraham throwing it. Diving deflection by Bender. 3rd down. Baylor with the opportunity to get a stop here, and they do. Pacheco goes down, and 2 minutes to play as Dell underneath. That's going to be caught, and there's J.D. Gibbs past the 45-yard line. 1st and 10 with a minute and a half to go. Dell is going to fire one. That's Tank Cherry, and Cherry inside the 35. Baylor needing a touchdown here as Dell looking outside. He's got Cherry, but he throws it over his head. 3rd down and long as pressure gets in, and it's going to be incomplete, but there's a flag down, and Dell, they're going to call intentional grounding. The pressure got in. Deaton missed the block. It's 4th and 25 with the game on the line. He's throwing it up. He's got receivers in the area, but Wade can't hang on, and it's incomplete. Baylor loses to SMU again. And the thorn in the side of Baylor that just won't go away in the regular season. Baylor goes down, and SMU stuns them on their home field and keeps their playoff hopes alive. But Baylor now, their 2nd loss of the season. And this one, I mean, we could excuse losing to number 1 LSU on the road, but this one hurts a little bit more because it's SMU, and it's just been such a pain facing these guys. The defense always plays well, and we just didn't have an answer for them, but we do have a commit to at least talk about. Hope I'm going to be pronouncing his name right. I'm going to be guessing Elias Heredia. Correct me if I'm wrong, but big time edge rush potential here. He's definitely someone that we're going to kick out to the outside. Good speed off the edge. Could get a little bit stronger, but at 6'2", 260, we're going to be pretty happy with him as a rotational edge rusher for us. And, you know, from not just Texas, but specifically Waco, Texas. So not just a home state kid, but a hometown kid, as it's going to be nice to have him around in the rotation as we've been trying to, you know, replace our edge rush. But that was a disappointing loss, and SMU, we'll probably be seeing them again pretty soon, whether it's if we make a Big 12 title run, and at the very least, we'll probably be seeing them next year. But we're in a situation now, 2 losses, can't really afford to lose any other games if playoffs are the goal, which obviously now we're at a point, playoffs are the goal every single season, so we got to lock in the rest of the year. After that last loss, Baylor has dropped to number 11 in the polls, and they're underdogs today as they're taking on Oklahoma, number 9 in the nation, on the road. This is a Big 12 title race that is filled now with a lot of 2-loss teams, but Oklahoma stands out on top at 7-1. So this is important for both teams. If Oklahoma can win, they can separate themselves from the pack. If Baylor wins, they climb to number 2, just behind SMU as 3rd down and 5 for quarterback Tavita Tuimone, as we've seen him last year, and he's going to throw an incomplete pass and send up a 3 and out. Baylor takes over, loading up, throwing deep. Dell gets hit as he's throwing, but the shot for Sean Wade is still completed. That was disrupted, but still worked out. Baylor is going to throw one underneath for the 1st down inside the 5. Now a handoff. Josh Beckett fighting his way into the end zone, and Josh Beckett starts off with a 7-0 Baylor lead, and that ball is going to completely get away from Tuimone. It looked like Trey Bender was playing wide receiver like he was in his freshman season. It was just right to him. Now speed option out to Josh Beckett, and into the record books for Josh Beckett, a 36 career rushing touchdown, which puts him number 1 all time for Baylor rushing scores, and he has done it at quarterback and wide receiver. But now at 14-0, Baylor forcing a 3 and out. They have the football. Dell gets sacked. They go 3 and out. But Oklahoma needs to climb out of this early hole. This is important for Oklahoma. If they want to make the Big 12 title game, they can really increase their chances with the victory here. Tuimone goes down for 9 yards. It's 2nd down and 1. He's going to roll left and get sacked as Robbie Kane reaches around to get him. 3rd down and 7. Screen set up, and that's going to be a catch and run. Joe Disley, who we seen last year, is going to be a big impact in this game, but another sack for the Baylor defense. And how about another screen for Disley? It worked last time. How about twice? And it is going to work twice. Even though Baylor swarmed him, Disley got away. As Tuimone to throw it, he's going to go outside. Open man, and it's going to be inside the 5-yard line. Down to the 3. Handoff to Disley, and the running back punches it in. And that's going to be 14-7. Kickoff back deep. Here's Brian Augustine, had a kick return touchdown back last season against Missouri. He cuts left, and could it be number 2 in his career? There goes Augustine on the run down the sidelines. 20, 10, 5. He's caught at the 1-yard line. Just barely. Man in motion. Baylor wide open. JD Gibbs is going to cap it off with a touchdown. So it's about as close as you can get to a kick return touchdown without actually getting one. It's 21-7, and just when Oklahoma thought they were back in it, it's going to be Baylor back up by 14 with the football back, but Dell, 3rd down, it's going to be converted. There's Tank Cherry with the first. Oklahoma crowd trying to rally this team back into it to get a stop on defense, and they get a stop. Give it back to Tuimone, who hands it off to Disley, and this offense needing to score some points, as it's not even been like they've been awful on offense. They just have been swarmed by Baylor, and their defense is playing spectacular as Tuimone. Underneath, there's Disley again, who's going to get them some yards, but on 3rd down and 19, not all they needed. Dell's going to float one, and there's Tank Cherry. 2 guys are on him, but Tank Cherry runs right by him. 2nd down and 10, screen set up. It's blown up, and the defense gets the sack for Oklahoma. Now 3rd down, and the Baylor just going to miss on that one. Oklahoma takes over, and here goes Disley again. He's been the offense for this team, and if it wasn't for him, I don't know where Oklahoma would be right now, because he is just moving the chains one after another. How about another 1st down? Moving it with 2 minutes to go. Go back to Disley, who gets stopped on 3rd down. And finally, Baylor gets a stop where the field goal is going to toink off the upright and be good. 21-10 as Baylor looking to see if they can get some points before the half. There goes Tyrone Dell for the first down on the ground, and we're seeing Dell use his legs a bit more, get a little bit more comfortable scrambling. Tyree Dobbins boxing him out and spinning off to get to the 40-yard line for the first down. 1st and 10 as Dell is going to eventually get to the third read and get down for a 7-yard gain. 2nd down and 3. That's going to be caught, and there's Sean Wade with the first down. 2nd down and 10, throwing underneath. There's Beckett breaking free, and he's going to get it to 3rd down and 1, where they're going to hand it to Beckett. He's got the first down, and he's going to get it inside the red zone. Under a minute to play. Dell is going to move left. He's got Beckett wide open. He's going to float it to him, where he's going to get 10 yards. Not quite the first down. They're going to go to Augustine, finishing it off, and he's going to get the first. Now 1st and goal as Dell rolling right. He's going to flip it out there, and that's going to be caught on the sidelines for the touchdown. And Baylor is going to potentially go into half with a 28-10 lead, but Oklahoma's going to try to get some points with 17 seconds to play. They get a big play, and to midfield. Timeout used. They need about one more to get into field goal range. Tui Monet throwing it back. Disley is going to do just that, so Oklahoma does a phenomenal job to get 3 points before the half, and it's been Disley who's been doing it on the ground and through the air for this Oklahoma offense. But Baylor has just been so good the first half. Now in the second half, as Dell on 2nd and inches is going to run ahead for the first down, and now trying to slow things down, going to Augustine. We think he deserves a couple of extra touches for that kick return that he gave us. Now screen set up. We missed on it earlier, but it's going to be Tank Cherry and one of his design plays getting 9 yards. 2nd down and 1. Handed off to Augustine, and there goes Augustine for the first down. Now play action to Josh Beckett, throwing underneath, and there's Tank Cherry. Had to reach around for it, but he's still going to grab it, get the first down. Dell now on 3rd down, pump fakes, and then throws it deeper middle. That's going to be caught. 4th down and 1. Handed off to Augustine. He didn't get it, and Baylor is going to get stopped. They took off 5 minutes on that drive, but couldn't get any points. Oklahoma now going to be given the opportunity to get back into this one, as their offense should be well rested. Tui Monet for the first down, break and a tackle, break in 2, and there's their tight end, Brian Guzman, for the first down. Now setting up another screen. I mean, that's not going to work out. They've been setting up more screens than Baylor has. This is going to be a field goal, knocking it through. And now 7 minutes gone in this quarter. It's 28-16 as Baylor's getting hit as they're thrown. They're going to go 3 and out, and Oklahoma is going to get stopped. They're going to go 3 and out. So Jay Feely makes a big play, the true freshman DN, and that's going to be an amazing throw into the tight window. They tried to make a diving swan, and still he fit it in there. Tyrone Dell just does some crazy things sometimes, as 3rd down, looking for Cherry. He couldn't hang on to the football. It looked like the rain probably made it slip out. And now to end the 3rd quarter, a big grab there. We're going into the 4th quarter with Oklahoma in enemy territory. 4th down, they're going for it. They need to. Down by 2 scores. Tui Monet throwing over the middle. He caught that in traffic. And now Tui Monet moving his Oklahoma offense down the field. But it's intercepted. And that's Trey Bender again. Trey Bender just seems to get an interception every game. That could be the thing that ends the hopes for Oklahoma if they allow points on this drive, as that's going to be intercepted. Dell got hit as he was throwing in the rain. It's really been affecting these players. That ball slipped out of his hands, and now Tui Monet, he gets it to Guzman inside the 10-yard line. Chance to make it a 1-score game. Over the middle, touchdown. And Baylor now only up by 5. Rolling out Tyrone Dell. What do you got for us? Throwing it deep. There's Sean Wade. Dell made the throw on the run. Wade along the sidelines. Now hand off to Beckett, who's got a lane. Josh Beckett, can they catch him inside the 5? Down at the 1-yard line. And Beckett gets him set up with the rollout. There goes Dell on the run. He's just going to keep it for the touchdown, and Baylor's up by 2 scores again. And that could be what ends it if Oklahoma can't respond. Tui Monet gets hit incomplete. 4th down and 4. He's throwing. He's going to step up. He's going to run it. And he's got the first down and more. Brought down at the 45-yard line. Now 2nd down and 11. They're going to hand it off. That's blown up. They can't really afford to run the ball much the rest of the way as they're throwing it deep. That's swatted. And 4th down. Game on the line as Tui Monet throwing it deep. It's going to be intercepted. And that's going to do it. Baylor runs out the clock, gets it down the field, keeps on chugging things along. Timeouts are being used. One more first down. Augustine gets it, doesn't score, and Baylor kneels it out for the victory. And a hot start from Baylor. They were able to ride it to victory. A huge victory. If Baylor dropped 2 straight at this point in the season, probably outside the top 15, outside looking in, playoff hopes in jeopardy, maybe gone for good. Now with the victory, we're probably going to be jumping right back into the top 10, firmly in the playoff picture, and second in the Big 12 with the tiebreaker over Oklahoma, which is massive, as we have another commit here. I didn't have the screen of him actually popping up and committing, but we have a big-time 5-star commit. We've been desperately searching for who could be our tackle of the future, and things have been a little rough last year and this year so far. But 6'7", 300 pounds, 5-star pass protector. Expect him to not just be our tackle, but our left tackle of the future. Rakeem Smith is going to be a savior for this school. We needed him badly. We went out there and we picked up 4-star tackles last season. All of them had normal development except for one that had impact development, and they just weren't as good as we were hoping they'd be. But this guy, we're hoping, we're praying that he's going to be our tackle of the future. But big win for Baylor, and we head into the final stretch of this season where if we win out, we're going to the Big 12 title. So it's important to lock these last 3 games up. At 7-2, now back to number 6 in the nation. Baylor is at home, and they're taking on a 6-win Texas team who has not been in the Big 12 title picture this year. Ever since losing Arch Manning, they won a national championship with Arch. Then after losing him, they've kind of slipped a little bit, and they've been kind of a upper mid Big 12 team. And now, not in the Big 12 title picture, but looking to spoil things for Baylor as they start off with the football. Baylor looking to throw. Tyrone Dell's going to throw on the run. That's going to be caught. Tyree Dobbins, his team's leading receiver. And now play action as Dell on the run, throwing it deep. That's going to be caught. And Baylor started things off very well, but a big-time sack is going to be pushing them back. As now 2nd down and 15, throwing it deep, and that's caught for the touchdown. Tyree Dobbins. 7-0 Baylor as Trey Owens is the quarterback, and they're going to be throwing one out. Chris Durr, expect to see him a lot this game as they're going to go right back to him. This Texas team struggled a lot to start the season. They lost their first 3 games of the year, but since then they've been hot. They've been 6-1, but Baylor doesn't care about that as they're going to get an interception, and look who it is. Trey Bender, and he's going to be setting the school record for interceptions in a single season. He's in the double digits as Baylor's moving in on offense. Handoff to Augustine. That's a 1st down, and now play action. There's going to be a rollout. Dell's got space, and he's going to throw it on the run in between 2 defenders. What a throw by Dell. He's going to set them up, and Josh Beckett's going to finish the drive with the touchdown, and just patting on his career touchdown record, looking for number 40 in his career on the ground, as Texas has it on offense, but they were down 14-0, and Owens is going to get blown up. 2nd down and 13 now in the 2nd quarter, and he's going to get sacked. Baylor gets 2 in a row, 3rd down and long. Owens has time, but no receivers open. Baylor receives the punt and a handoff to Beckett, who's going to weave his way outside now, and there goes Josh Beckett. He's got the speed, and Josh Beckett is coming alive these last 2 weeks. That's his 5th touchdown in the last 6 quarters, and he is on fire, and Baylor is on fire as a team. 21-0 over Texas, and Owens throwing a contested ball. That's going to be caught, and that's a great grab. Owens with the play action. Throwing underneath. That's going to be caught once again, and on the run, there goes the tight end, Telvin Payne, and he's inside the 10-yard line. 3rd down and 3. Owens is getting sacked, and they're going to have to settle for the field goal. Texas, though, getting flashbacks of last season where Baylor absolutely dominated this Texas team and just embarrassed them. And now 21-3. Could it be happening again as a 1st down grab is made there? Time is running down, 2.5 to play as there's going to be a run, and he's going to keep it as Dell gets the 1st down in enemy territory. Now play action. He's going to throw one deep. There's Alondra Weezy, and that's going to be incomplete. He almost had it. 3rd down and 5, and he's just going to desperately toss it out to Beckett. I guess he wanted Beckett to lose the yards. He's already got plenty this game. He's over 100 yards, so I guess losing a couple won't hurt him that much. A minute to play. Texas trying to rally and get some points before the half, but there's going to be a sack. Sam Maeva with it. He's usually a run stopper, but how about a sack for him? As now up the sidelines, that's going to be a big time grab. Owens has had some nice plays so far, but the pressure's been getting in and hitting him hard, as it's going to be Durr with the first down grab. They've targeted him quite a lot, and speaking of more pressure, there's Quintana scooping up the forced fumble. Absolutely stonewalled to close the first half, and then a fumble to start the second half. Texas, they get a 3 and out, but things are just looking rough for them as they're going to get a first down. We haven't even called their running back's name, as he's barely done anything, and there's Trey Bender jumping it into the record books, into the end zone. That's a pick 6, and Bender, I believe that's what, like number 12 this season, and he is going to set the record for Baylor interceptions in a season. What a year for both Logan Intersagen and Trey Bender, as they have done an incredible job intercepting the football at such a high rate. I mean, Trey Bender, a former wide receiver, played wide receiver for us as a freshman. He's got the ball skills, and he's been putting them on display all season long, as a sack again. Baylor's defense, I mean, this is the type of defense you can win a national championship with, as Logan Intersagen, speaking of him, a pick for him. The funny thing is about Intersagen and Bender, they are both neck and neck for career interceptions for Baylor, as if whoever finishes with more interceptions in the season is going to have the career record. Both of them have already gotten to that point where they've surpassed the leader. It's whoever ends the season with more picks is going to have it. So those two are kind of be fighting and going for interceptions. They're going to be quite aggressive. Maybe it'll cost us one day, but at least for today, we're having fun, and Baylor's just running up the clock. Tyrone Dill did get a little shaken up, but he's back in the game. No problem for him. Third down and goal. Baylor's going to get stopped, and they're going to settle for the field goal. It's going to be 31-3, and Texas does not know what hit them. These last 2 years have been brutal. I mean, literally ever since losing Arch Manning, it's been bad for Texas. They paid the price for that national championship victory, as they lost everybody at once, and now they're a team who's winning 7-8 games and who's going to be, struggling against a school like Baylor. Baylor's been the punching bag in the Big 12 for many years, for most of their school history, and they've been beaten up on by a school like Texas. And these last 2 years, I think Baylor's let up a lot of frustration that they've had over the many years where Texas has routinely bullied them. But now it's Baylor doing the bullying, and we're going to seal the win. Texas did get a garbage time touchdown at the end, but the defense effectively shut them out of the end zone for all the meaningful football that was played, and they get their 8th win of the season with 2 games left to go. And after watching Trey Bender and Logan Intersagen, how can you not want to come here and play cornerback at the University of Baylor? A 5-star recruit. This team has a type. It is man-to-man ball skills corners. And Joseph Moses, how about 99 speed, 84 man coverage with 75 catching? He's a 5-star player, and I think that's basically going to put a wrap on things for Baylor's 5-star recruits. This is their 3rd one of the video, and the last one we're going to get for the rest of the regular season, but he might be the best of the bunch. 5-star gem, and he is going to be slotting in very early on. And if we can let him and Gideon Cobbs go out there and do their thing as both 5-star gem secondary members, I don't know if the secondary is ever going to be bad, because they're already arguably the best in the nation right now. And even though everyone's walking out the door in the next year, we are going to be restocked, reloaded, and ready to go. And the basis of this defense, they want to play man. They want to trust their corners. They want to put them out there one-on-one on the receivers and let them go to work. They trust them. That's why you don't see this Baylor team going and getting a lot of pass interferences, getting a lot of bad calls, because we tell these corners, don't play the receiver, play the football, get the football, turn it over. And we've had some instances where it's costed us. We allow a couple of big touchdowns every now and then, but when you have a cornerback with ball skills like Trey Bender, it's going to do great things. You have a guy like Logan Intersagen in the nickel, it's going to be incredible. And Baylor has been top 5 in the nation in turnovers forced each of the last 2 seasons, and right now they're sitting at the top of the nation once more. And Baylor had a bye week, so when we get to the next week, we have another commit. And how about another offensive lineman, this time in the interior? Now, things were a little rough. We didn't get Blair at D-end. That's unfortunate. I mean, imagine if we got a 5-star gem D-end. but we have Dakota Parrish at center. He's our most trusted future piece on the offensive line, so we're not going to be displacing him, but Lowell could be playing guard, very likely for us, and at a 4-star gem type player from Texas. We're going to be moving him around and seeing what he can eventually be for us, but we're just stocking up on offensive linemen because we want to protect Tyrone Dell. While Baylor is 8-2 and number 6 in the nation, it's been a great season for UTSA. They are sitting here at 8-3. Usually UTSA comes at the back half of our schedule as one of our easier opponents, but not this year. They're 8-3, and while not in the top 25, they were previously in the top 25. The committee doesn't still respect them all that much being an 8-3 team, but they are more successful than they have been in a long time as on 2nd down and 12. They got McGinnis at quarterback, who has a 30-plus touchdown season under his belt, and he's been leading the charge for them, but they're going to go 3-and-out. Baylor seems to be forcing 3-and-outs each and every game to start off, as Tyrone Dell has 22 touchdowns through the air, and he's going to come out with great field position, and he's going to step up and get sacked. He tried to step up, but 3rd down and 14 is going to be upon us as he's going to throw outside. That's going to be caught, and it's going to be 4th down, and Baylor going to go for it off the bat. They don't care. Dell is going to run it, and he's getting the 1st down, and now handoff. There goes Beckett. He's going to go wide outside and cut back in to get 2nd down and 1. Screen outside. Now it's going to be J.D. Gibbs, and Gibbs with the 1st down inside the 25-yard line. Play action as Dell going to run it, and Dell is getting a little bit faster, a little bit more decisive with some of his decisions, trying to avoid sacks as he's going to get it out to Beckett for a short gain, and it's going to be a field goal try as the kick is good. So Baylor gets a 3-0 lead, and we're already halfway gone in the 1st quarter as Lloyd McGinnis has a guy in motion. He'll drop to throw it underneath. That's going to be caught, and they're going to get him the 1st down, make it 2nd down and 4. Now McGinnis is going to go and get sacked as Alexander Durant with it, and Durant backs him up to 3rd down and 15, where they're going to get a lot of those yards back but not get to the 1st down marker. Dell is going to throw on the run. There's Tank Cherry with the 1st down, and Cherry looking to get that 2nd straight tight end of the year nomination as he's got one outside the Tyree Dobbins. Now tossing it out. There goes Beckett, weaving inside but spinning it back out, and Josh Beckett fooled everybody. He weaved it in and used the leverage to spin back out, get to the edge, and score a touchdown, and it's 10-0 Baylor as they're going to get a sack, and that's Robbie Kane, who's led this team in sacks this year. What a great player Robbie Kane has been this season. One of the more sleeper, unsung heroes of this school, but on 4th down, Tyrone Dell's going to throw a pick, and now it's UTSA football as they're going to throw a pick of their own, and that's Shane Clinton, and Clinton going back the other way inside the 25-yard line, so that interception for us really didn't impact anything as on 3rd down, Dell's just going to get rid of it. The pressure got in. Field goal try is going to be good. We're trying to play a little bit smarter with Dell. We're trying to prep for the Big 12 title game in the playoffs. Obviously, we're not trying to overlook our opponents, but we're 2 games out of that Big 12 title. UTSA, though, trying to play spoilers as if they can win their last game of the season, they could potentially be in the conversation. They're not completely out of it as they're going to be on 2nd down and 1. Trey with the handoff, and he's going to get blown up by 3 different Baylor defenders. 3rd down and 3. McGinnis is going to step up into a sack, fumble the football, but UTSA keeps it. Baylor will get the ball on a punt instead. Quick pass over the middle. That's going to be caught on the slant, and that's Dobbins. Now throwing underneath. That's going to be caught for Alejandro Easy. Remember that miracle touchdown that Alejandro Easy had 2 years ago, and that was just one of the more memorable plays of this series as we're going to go to outside Josh Beckett, and Beckett is going to get the 1st down just barely. Hand off to Beckett, now cutting it back the other way, getting it to the 10-yard line. Now 3rd down and 1. Augustine gets blown up. It's 4th down and 3, and this basically to end the half. 4th down and 3. They're going to go for it. Dell rolling. He's got an open Tyree Dobbins who dropped the football, and that's going to end the half. Baylor gets the football back, but Tyree Dobbins, that's a awful mistake to make. I don't know what happened there, but 13-0 Baylor. The defense has played phenomenally, and I mean, the offense just hasn't let UTSA touch the football at all, as Baylor just driving it down the field, chewing the clock, grinding plays out. No team in the nation does better at grinding out first downs and 10-plus play drives than Baylor, as now Beckett on the screen is going to get it inside the 20. First down and 10. Dell throwing, rolling left. He's got space and he can run it. And he's going to do just that. Get the first down and duck out of bounds where there is a flag. And this one is going to be a late hit out of bounds, so Baylor's going to be the beneficiary of a couple more yards. First down and goal as Dell is rolling, trying to outrun the defense. He's going to go back the other way. Dell still looking, nowhere to go with the football, so he's just going to keep it himself and score the touchdown. And Dell, I mean, you traveled like 30 yards just to get a 3-yard touchdown, but it's going to work out. Baylor is up 20-0 on this 8-3 UTSA team. This has been an impressive performance for Baylor. And now UTSA on defense once more. They just haven't been able to possess the football. I need to know what their time of possession is, because it's got to be, like 5 minutes, it feels like, as Dell stepping up. Outside, there's an open tank. Cherry for the first down, and Cherry with another big play. Here goes Alejandro Easy on the pop pass, and Easy to the end zone. Touchdown, Baylor, 27-0, and they are running away with this one. The offense having fun, the defense having an easy day, as they're going to hand it off to the outside on 3rd down and 2, and there's UTSA finally with a big play, and he's going to be outrunning Sergio Quintana. Intersocket can't get him, and a touchdown for UTSA. Finally something on the board, but it might be too little too late. We're in the 4th quarter now, and they're still down by 20, but we've had a game before where UTSA has made a late rally. I mean, that miracle play to Alejandro Easy, it came in a wild 4th quarter, so maybe UTSA could pull off another comeback to try to make this a game, and they're going to get a little bit closer. 10-yard line, RPO, and it's going to be blown up. Logan Intersocken is such a good tackler, too. I mean, what can't he do? 2nd and 14, over the middle, that's going to be caught, and at the 1-yard line, they give it to him. 1st and goal, handoff, and he's stopped. 2nd down and goal. Now toss it, and that's going to get blown up. How about 3rd and goal? McGinnis to throw it, and he's going to roll right, and he's got nowhere to go with the football. He's brought down. How about 4th and goal? And it takes him 4 tries. Will they get it in? McGinnis, this time he does. And UTSA cuts it to a 2-score game, and I think Baylor is saying to themselves, maybe let's put our foot on the gas pedal. They kind of coasted for the last half of the quarter, and with 5 minutes to go, UTSA not out of it. They're hanging around, and Alejandro Easy for the first down at midfield. Baylor with another score could put this game away, and Dell rolling. He's going to run it, and Tyrone Dell has done a lot on the ground today. He took a sack early in this game, but ever since has been getting out of the pocket and moving quicker, as Alejandro Easy with a spin move, and he's going to get it to 2nd down and 3, throwing on the run. There's Dobbins, and Dobbins with the 11-yard line, now at the 5, throwing outside, caught for the touchdown. Tank Cherry, and UTSA just not enough. They are being overpowered, and now with just a minute and a half to play, they're trying to put a score on the board to make it look a little bit more respectable. And a minute 20 to go now. Timeouts are being used. McGinnis, a lot of time. He's looking, he's throwing, he's got it inside the 5-yard line. Goal to go. And McGinnis with 45 seconds to go is going to get a touchdown, but that's not going to really do much. Baylor takes the football back, kneels it out, and a 2-score victory, but Baylor was in control and dominated this one, and they held onto the football for a lot of time. I mean, even a lot of UTSA's yards and stuff just came in, I don't want to say garbage time, but basically garbage time, where they were just out of the game. And I mean, that's an 8-3 school that Baylor just thoroughly handled, and now find themselves with another commit. And how about a wide receiver? Prince Owuzie going to be coming to Baylor, and we miss out on a couple other guys who've been struggling to get running backs, but maybe looking for our potential Alejandro Easy replacement down the line. He's a route runner, so, obviously not going to be the highest of overall if you know this game, but we're going to be looking for him to potentially be our slot guy. He's got some nice athleticism, a similar athlete overall, a little bit taller than Alejandro Easy, who stands at a mighty, 5'6", 5'7" on a good day, but at 5'10", 175, could be looking at a potential slot receiver for the future, as the outside seems to be pretty solidified with Shaun Wade potentially being there, and we'll see how this receiving core eventually shakes out over the next coming seasons. But we got options, and we have been aggressively pursuing wide receivers and playmakers left and right. But we got one game left in the regular season and one win away from solidifying our Big 12 title spot. With one game left in the season at 9-2 and number 5 in the country, Baylor can punch their ticket to not just a Big 12 title game, but basically a playoff appearance, because even if we lose the Big 12 title game, not to speak that into existence, at the number 5 ranking in the nation, we shouldn't drop so far to miss the playoffs. So a win here is basically confirmation that Baylor will be heading back to the playoffs, and they have the football first against Kansas State, and a play to Tank Cherry already gets him the first down. How about Tyrone Dell running it again? Ran the ball more than he ever had against UTSA, and he's already starting off with a run there, but Josh Beckett getting blown up for a 3-yard loss sets up third down, where he's going to chuck one deep. He pumped it to Cherry, throws it the other way to Shaun Wade for the first down, and Wade sets them up, but a fumble on the triple option's going to give Kansas State the football, going from the highs of a Shaun Wade play inside the 10 to the lows of a fumble, and now Kansas State in great field position sweeps it out. Devon Rice, he's going to get the first down, gain of 10. Now dropping back with a screen, that's going to be caught. Turning it upfield, he's got a big play, and Jay Field, he's trying to chase him down, but he's just a defensive end. They get inside the 5-yard line, handoff, that's Rice, that's a touchdown. Kansas State, the big underdogs in this one, they are like 20-point underdogs, but they got a 7-0 lead. Needing to respond, you go to Tank Cherry with the first down, and more out of bounds. When in doubt, you go to Tank Cherry, and you won't be disappointed. Play action, Dell steps up, throws one. That's a flag. That ball swatted away, and they're going to call pass interference on Baylor, and that's going to back them up. Second down and 20, but a busted coverage, and that's Shaun Wade. He got the big play earlier, but now he's going to get it all the way into the end zone. Touchdown, Shaun Wade. 2 big plays, over 100 yards already, and that's a big-time spark. Kansas State takes over, 7-7 and a sack, and Baylor backs him up. Second down and 13. Looking to throw it, stepping up. That's going to be intercepted. It's Trey Bender. And that is just another one to add to the resume, as that's going to be Tyree Dobbins on the screen. First down. We're in the second quarter. Handoff to Beckett. And Beckett's not done much on the ground so far, but we're still early on, throwing it outside. That ball's going to be too high, and Baylor's going to have to punt it away. Screen outside is going to be caught, and it gets them to third down and 4. Kennedy going to throw in. That's knocked away. That's Leon Wilkins, and Baylor set up in great field position. Dell stepping up, and he's going to get sacked. I think that's going to go down as a sack, but it's a loss of 0 as they're going to go outside. There's Alejandro Easy for the first down at the 40-yard line. First and 10. Dell stepping up again, throwing. That's going to be caught, and there's Tyree Dobbins, and Dobbins inside the 10-yard line, and heading for that second straight 1,000-yard season as they're going to throw it underneath, and look who it is, Shaun Wade again, his second touchdown, and the coming out party for the freshman receiver, Shaun Wade, already 100 yards and 2 touchdowns in the first half, as now down 14-7, they're going to go play action. Kennedy stepping up, and he's going to step right into a sack. Baylor ends their second of the half, 3.5 to go. Kennedy looking to run it. He's got the first down, and he's got a lot more. He's going to take the contact and go down, but now at the 30-yard line, they got the screen set up. It's going to be grabbed and going to be turned upfield for a 9-yard pickup. Second down and 1. Play action, Kennedy. He's rolling left. He's going to run it, and Kennedy, such a threat on the ground. He's going to slide down inside the 5. 2 minutes to play. Kennedy going to try to run it again, and he's going to get it into the end zone. We need to start spying him as it's 14-14, minute 20 to go. Baylor, can they get some points before the end of the half? Tank Cherry for the first down past the 40-yard line. Dell looking to throw. He's stepping up again. He's going to run it. I am so impressed. Dell is improving. He is growing. He's stepping up. He is getting better and not trying to just do too much. He takes a sack there, but that one not so much on him, as there's a flag down, and this is going to be a false start. That's going to back Baylor up to third down and 19. And backed up, Baylor just going to throw a curl route, and that's going to be incomplete. We're on to the second half, and it is a surprisingly close 14-14 game, and Baylor's playoff hopes I mean, they could be up in flames if they don't win this game, as they're going to go outside, and that's going to be caught for the first down. They're going to give it to him. Rice on the ground. That's going to be another first down, past midfield, and Baylor defense is reeling a little bit. Almost jumped and picked off. Leon Wilkins has his second knockdown of the game, and they're going to go outside. That one's broken up. Wilkins stepping up big time. They don't really test Wilkins on the other side for some reason. And look at Dell. What a throw over the top. And that's Tank Cherry, and he's having a big game. Josh Beckett not having a big game, but he is trying to get a little bit of momentum going here in this third quarter. Running ahead for a first down as they're going to throw outside, floating it. There's Tank Cherry again, and Cherry has it inside the 30-yard line underneath. How about another 8 for Tank Cherry? He's over 100 yards. Handoff to Beckett. Spin move. He gets the first down inside the 15. First and 10 outside. There's Alejandro Easy breaking a tackle, and Alejandro Easy at the score, and it's 21-14. Baylor with a sack too, and they are backing them up. Third down and 17. Kennedy, he's got a lot of room. The man coverage causes a lot of space to open up, and Kennedy, he's keeping things moving here as the third quarter's winding down. Rice has a 10-yard run, second down and inches. Kennedy outside, that's going to be caught, and ahead for the first down just barely. Fourth quarter underway. Here goes Rice. Broken tackle, and there goes Devon Rice to the 25-yard line. Dropping back is Kennedy with the screen set up. He's going to have it, turning it upfield, and now first down again inside the 15. Threatening to tie this game, and now it's slant route inside the 5-yard line. It's second down and inches, but they're going to toss it out, and that's a disastrous move. Third down and 7. Kennedy is going to be knocked away. Fourth down, they're going for it. They're not settling for the field goal. They want the score, but they're going to hit a sack instead. Baylor's 5th of the game as Dell trying to lock things up if he can get another score, but that's going to be incomplete. Third down, Dell, nowhere to go with the football, and he just took a little too long. That's going to be incomplete. Baylor giving up great field position as now Kansas State is going to turn upfield with another great catch and run. They've been doing that a lot this second half. Outside on third down, he got 1 foot in bounds. That's all he needed. Second and 11 underneath. Catch, run inside the 10, and now threatening to tie it up once more. This time inside the 5. Goal to go. Handoff. Rice blown up, and now Baylor, can they get another big stand? Third and goal. Outside, caught in traffic. It's a touchdown. Kansas State's tied it up, and Baylor, they need to go on a game-winning drive. They can't have their season end disastrously like this. They're firmly on upset alert, but they control their own destiny right now. Just go down, get a field goal, and you're happy to escape. Even if you're favorited by 20, you're happy to just get a 3-point win, as that's going to be Tank Cherry past midfield. He's had a monster game as Dell throwing. That's going to be caught, and now 4th and inches. Baylor not trying a 55-yard field goal. They're going for it and getting it. Baylor wants an easier field goal. Their kicker's shaky from 50 plus, but this is going to help them out a lot. Augustine gets it closer. How about Augustine one more time? 4th and 1, 2 seconds to play. Kick is good. Baylor survives the upset, and they're going to go to 10-2 on the season, make a Big 12 title appearance, and Kansas State gave us a fight. They were a 4-win team, and they pushed us, but they were not able to get it done in the end. Baylor survives, and that was absolutely terrifying because our playoff hopes potentially flashed before our eyes, because if we lose to a 4-win team, I mean, we might be number 5, but I mean, you could probably bet we're dropping to 15 or lower, and that's going to knock us out even if we do win a Big 12 title. And there's no guarantee we would have made a Big 12 title if it wasn't for that victory. And as we go ahead to the final bit of recruiting, we have no more commits for the rest of this video. The regular season has come to an end, which means we have one more video left in year 5, and that is going to be the Big 12 title game, the playoffs and beyond. And we will have a Big 12 title matchup, not against SMU. SMU stumbled. Oklahoma had not lost a game after we beat them. They are number 6 in the nation. We are number 4. A first-round bye is on the line. Last year, Baylor won, beat SMU, got the Big 12 title, got a first-round bye, and that helped them a lot. Can Baylor replicate it again? Can they get back-to-back Big 12 titles and get back-to-back first-round byes? We'll find out in the next episode. I hope you guys all enjoyed. Let me know what you think. And if Baylor can go and win a national championship this year, how far they can go, and who is going to step up for this team. Like I said, hope you guys all enjoyed. Like, comment, and subscribe, as all that stuff is super helpful. And I will see you guys all in the next one.